Hello everyone and now welcome to a game between FoCuS and 120. This game taking place here on Amazonia. On the bottom left hand side of the map we have FoCuS spawning as the blue orc player, meanwhile 120 spawning as the red undead. This was taken from Douyu Cup, one of the cups coming out of Asia, and we are gonna be entertained in this series. So far 120 opening up, gonna be training up a Death Knight, no big surprises here. Going up against a Farseer once more, no real big surprises as Headhunters has become the meta play style as of late. Go ahead and we'll slow things down now that we're at the 2-minute mark as the Farseer makes his way out and just begin creeping out these creep camps here. Alright, easy creep camps to clear. Acolyte taking quite a bit of damage. One more shot from the Acolyte, and did the Farseer get the experience? Yes, it did. 120 was trying to make sure that the experience was actually taken away by the creeps, but it didn't actually work out that way, as the Grunt actually taking a little bit of lightning shield damage. Has to be a little bit careful, has to back away, now getting the lightning shield onto that last rogue as well. Death Knight coming nearby, wanting to perhaps get a Death Coil off onto some of those last minions there. There's a Death Coil onto the Farseer, as the Farseer is going to be forced to retreat back and hide inside his home. Alright, couple of rogues hitting across here. No Voodoo Lounge as of yet, and that could spell a little bit of a problem as the Death Knight now retreats. Farseer has taken a bit of damage. Is this rogue going to get taken down pretty easily? One or two more shots. Who's going to get the experience? Oh, Death Knight gets the experience there, I believe, as the rogue as the rogue had one hit point off. Wow, split second difference right there. Meanwhile, coming back around, Death Knight still making its way across, still trying to play this aggressive style with these skeletal minions. All he's really attempting to do is delay his opponent's strategy of being able to creep. He knows that his army is not quite strong enough yet. This pop-up skeletal army is going to be able to do a little bit of damage, but he only has one more charge on that Rod of Necromancy. First Crypt Fiend making its way out across the field as the Death Knight goes after this Grunt here. Alright, Skeletal Minion is now looking to retreat back. Farseer does continue to gain more experience as the Spirit Wolves are gaining doing a little bit of damage onto all of these units here. There you go. Gonna go ahead and try and fight, but there is a Cloak of Shadows. Beautifully done. Forcing a surround and using the Cloak of Shadows very aggressively here to get a little bit more experience. Now Farseer is back in play, can perhaps get some more damage onto those Crypt Fiends, as well as a Voodoo Lounge is being built off to the north. As the Voodoo Lounge is being built, the Farseer does not have nearly as much to worry about, will be able to replenish his hit points, and the early aggression by 120 falls a bit flat. Alright, coming across here, Spirit Wolves being resummoned once more, as the Farseer does pick up a Tome of Strength, and now will be picking up those healing salves here in just a moment. Death Knight still trying to stay nearby, doesn't have that much experience, has one Rod of Necromancy charge left, and 120 behind this hasn't really spent a lot of his gold. He's sitting on 600 gold, only training up Crypt Fiends, and should be able to get the tech to tier 2 underway alongside training of the Lich, and then the eventual Slaughterhouse. This is going to be an interesting timing window as FoCuS, if he recognizes how much his opponent is investing in the tech, may try and put in a little bit of a tier 2 push, as he is now nearing completion on his Great Hall upgrade. Farseer looking to put in more pressure onto the Death Knight. Death Knight now looking to retreat back here. We may need to see a Slaughterhouse and the training of the Lich before going to tier 2, as he needs to get some way to heal up that Death Knight. He doesn't even have Unholy Aura level 1, as Scroll of Speed now trying to get in front. Chain Lightning, a little bit of bounce damage there. Scroll of Town Portal taking the Circlet of Nobility and forcing the Scroll of Town Portal there. Back at home, tech to tier 3 is already done. Slaughterhouse is being trained up, and that Lich is already being upgraded. The important thing here is that the Death Knight didn't die. Normally, losing a level 1 hero is not that big of a deal, but because he was already in the process of training up a Lich, he did not want to delay the Lich or delay that Death Knight, lose that precious time in this real-time strategy game. All right, a little bit of damage coming across here. Farseer may be able to get off a Chain Lightning. There's the Chain Lightning, but the Death Knight survives with 13 hit points. Looking to dive in on a little bit more damage as well. Has to be careful. Frost Nova coming back the other way. Farseer could be, well, diving in a bit too far indeed. And now, waiting for that, well, Skeletal, the Crypt Fiends to do that little bit of damage as the Frost Nova goes down, finishing off another Headhunter. FoCuS pushing in a bit of additional pressure here. This is going to be a big problem and fault once more. Crypt Fiend now trying to back away. Crypt Fiend now trying to run back off to the north here. A little bit of damage onto the Farseer. Farseer down to 325. No more healing going on, but the Lich is currently out of mana as another Ghoul gets taken down. A little bit of pressure going around both sides, and this is an absolute bloodbath. Both sides suffering or in danger of losing some units. Death Knight finally gets up to 300 hit points. I believe there was a potion of healing used off of the Tomb of Relics, and now 120, who I thought was going to end up being in a very difficult situation, able to come out of this pretty much unscathed, saving his low hit point Death Knight, and now fighting on Blight, getting a lot of natural healing for the win. 120 is down to 25 or 28 supply here, though. He is not out of the woods yet, but he does have Black Citadel, and he should be, and he does have that Orb of Corruption, making these Headhunters with only 375 hit points rather large targets. We are going into a Bestiary and Barracks as well. Coming back across here, Lich continuing the fight once more. Orb of Corruption, perhaps going to add in some negative armor, trying to put some pressure down on that Shadowhunter. Shadowhunter taking large bouts of damage from the Lich and that Death Knight, as both sides are still continuing to fight. Renegade Wizard negative on armor as well. There goes the Hex onto the Death Knight for Crypt Fiend. Crypt Fiend now trying to back away. Death Knight is off to the north, is going to be able to save Frost Nova for the save right there, as the units are still retreating back. This is a beautiful timing attack by FoCuS, recognizing that his opponent was really trying to creep or trying to attack very hard, but the home field advantage is starting to come into play with the Black Citadel here. No Spirit Tower, though. One additional Spirit Tower could make a massive difference as the Death Knight continuing to fight his way through. Spirit Wolves, Dire Wolves are now trying to escape as well, and they're going to get taken down, and this may open up the opportunity for 120 to get to level 2 on his Lich. 31 supply compared to 42, but the additional regeneration while on Blight, coupled with the Black Citadel's cold attack, making a big difference there. No, not even a single Spirit Tower needed by 120 for that little bit of extra home field advantage. Now, as the Death Knight inches closer to level 3 and the Lich gets to level 2, Frost Armor will be in play. We've seen Frost Armor, how effective it is against a Beastmaster, and it should still be effective against the Spirit Wolves and any of those other, the Spirit Wolves, and also any raiders that may try and who may try and ensnare and then try and take down those last couple of heroes. Death Knight picks up a potion of lesser invulnerability, has some sentry wards, cannot afford to pick up a Scroll of Town Portal yet. Meanwhile, FoCuS still playing a very focused game here. Tauren Chieftain now out onto the battlefield and does already have Stomp. Aggressive playstyle creeping coming in from 120, going after the Renegade Wizard creep camp. 120 recognizes that he is in a little bit of trouble, needs to make some plays happen quickly, will get to level, or should get to level 3 off of this. No, does not get to level 3 here, needs to finish off the Enforcers, but the Farseer is once more here nearby, causing problems. There's only skeletal minions here, no Scroll of Town Portal. Death Knight gets up to level 3, level 2 Death Coil should be in on the Lich for that save, as the Enforcer gets taken down as well. Alright, Death Knight did not get that experience. Farseer now inching closer to 4, as the Farseer is at 3.8. Shadowhunter is at 2, and now in comes the rest of the army here. This could be bad news indeed. There goes a Frost Nova, there goes a Stomp. Death Knight is already in trouble, trying to back away, and now Swirl of Speed onto the Death Knight. Death Knight does have a potion of lesser invulnerability, gonna use it in time, perhaps try and save some other units. 40 supply compared to 49, but FoCuS is absolutely owning this fight here, as the Farseer now looks to back away again. Hex going down onto the Lich. Lich is able to be saved, though. Death Knight now going after the Farseer. Farseer, however, able to be saved, as the Lich is still going to be in trouble. There is now Berserkers out on the battlefield, dealing in a little bit of damage. Are they going into the rage? Yes, they are, getting in a little bit more damage once more, chasing after those units. Farseer coming back the other side, dropping in some Spirit Wolves, and now trying to chase back all of those units. 40 supply compared to 50. FoCuS is still looking to close out this game, but unable to do so, as the Death Knight has plenty of mana, and with Frost Armor on a Crypt Fiend and those 400 hit point heals, it is very difficult to take those units down. Obsidian statues providing a bunch of hit points as well and mana for all these units as they're retreating back off to the north. Death Knight coming back around. Beastmaster as a third and final last-ditch hero trying to get in some additional, well, frontline damage with a bear. Beastmaster as the third hero here, is it going to turn the tide? And that is the question as the Farseer, Farseer trying to protect that Tauren Chieftain. Tauren Chieftain gets taken down. Scroll of Town Portal was not transferred over. Had a potion of greater healing, wasn't used either, as we're looking at some dire wolves looking to get taken down once more. Beastmaster will stay at level 1. Death Knight will stay at level 3. Lich gets up to level 3, now with access to Frost Nova level 2. Alright, that was a complete turnaround in my expectations. The sudden addition of the Beastmaster, even though he is not an undead hero, I would have expected a Dark Ranger. I don't know if that was a misclick there. Dark Ranger is normally used to be able to silence down the Tauren Chieftain and the Shadow Hunter, preventing the hexes and the stomps. Also, the Dark Ranger can be healed by the Death Knight's Death Coil, so the Beastmaster now is actually quite the liability, as he is not going to be able to be healed except by anything other than the Obsidian statues. Finishing off these remaining units here, we're looking at Crypt Fiends coming back the other way. We are now going into Quill Beast as well. The Bear, however, can get some big damage onto those Berserkers if that Beastmaster gets to level 3. If the Beastmaster gets to level 3, well, things will definitely already be in favor of 120 at that point, as we're looking at the, well, Beastmaster trying to dive on in. Berserkers are all fighting here. Berserkers with that Berserker Rage. Kodo Beast, additional bonus damage as well. Both sides are fighting their way through. Tauren Chieftain, it has plenty of hit points, gonna get Healing Wave, landing in a decent sized stomp, hitting 3 units as the Tauren Chieftain could be in trouble. Gets taken down, bursted down again. However, that's only a level 1 as the units are still trying to retreat back. Low hit point Obsidian Statue, low hit point Crypt Fiend trying to hide in the back here. Still trying to prevent as the dire wolves are just trying to dive into position once more. Are we going to see another Death Coil? No Death Coil needed. Dust of Appearance as the Crypt Fiend finally going to get taken down as the Shadow Hunter trying to pick off all those units. 45 supply compared to 46. Beastmaster goes down though. Obsidian Statue goes down, and this may be the beginning of the end. 37 supply compared to 42. Death Knight not having that much mana, but now going after the Farseer. Farseer could be in trouble. Farseer could get in trouble. There's a Chain Lightning bouncing around. Level 4 Death Knight. Level 4 Farseer falls as the Lich able to get in that damage. Shadow Hunter now trying to retreat back, and what a complete turnaround. 36 supplied. There's a Wand of Mana Stealing trying to get in a little bit more, but remember, Obsidian Statues need to be here for the Lich and the Death Knight to have the mana that they want. A 29 supply army compared to 34. Where is the undead army? That is the question here. The Crypt Fiends now trying to retreat back. There's still one bear and still staring around nearby as we're looking at the Shadow Hunter down to 89 hit points. That little bit of damage could be enough. Death Knight hoping to perhaps try and heal that Lich, and he does get the heal just in time. All right, more damage coming back across. The Shadow Hunter down to 78 hit points, making its way back. And what a tight game by both of these players, using and playing out of their minds. 120 with some brilliant plays and making the best out of difficult situations, and it looks like he's going to be able to come out ahead as the Shadow Hunter is trying to, well, lick his wounds and come back home. He does have a healing salve charge that may be enough. 120 now having the army supply lead, but well, the damage may be too much as the Lich is going to try and come back around. There goes a Frost Nova onto a Raider. Raider going to get taken down. Level 4 now on the Lich. Lich now going to go back around here. Level 2 now on the Tauren Chief. The Endurance Aura may open up, well, faster movement speed as the Kodo Beast should be eating up some of those units, unable to do exactly that. Death Coil for the save. Tauren Chieftain trying to chase after more units. More Crypt Fiends coming back around. Beastmaster is not back out onto the battlefield as of yet, as the Tauren Chieftain down to 216 hit points. Potion of Greater Healing finally being used as it's trying to chase back those Obsidian Statues. Crypt Fiends now continuing to retreat back. There's simply maybe too many Obsidian Statues and not enough of those additional units, as another Stomp does get placed down. 42 supply compared to 48. Death Coil finding that Tauren Chieftain for the third time. How many times does that Tauren Chieftain need to get taken down, as the Beastmaster now joins back in onto the fight here? Kodo Beast trying to do a little bit of retreating, and it is going to be able to, well, fall back once more as the Berserkers now look to retreat back again. Berserker finding the Beastmaster as it's trying to regroup. Hey man, thanks for the stream. Always watch your YouTube videos. Never stop. Thank you for the sub. Definitely, if with enough subs, I would definitely never ever stop. I'll tell you that. So thank you for the support. Um, Thank you for the kind words, and thank you for the support there. Beastmaster now coming back around. Death Knight, Lich coming through here. Death Knight, Beastmaster looking to push their way in. Once more, going to go ahead and flank. There is some Frost Armor onto that Lich. Is the Lich going to get saved in time? No. Chain Lightning bounces around, finishing off more units. Death Knight could have been able to save right there. Now continuing to try and fight back once more. Thank you for the sub again, Blue 172, as the Crypt Fiends are now trying to retreat back and also take down the Raider. 43 supply compared to 38. Massive damage. Level 3 now on the Beastmaster. We could have level 2 bears coming into play. Thank you for another sub. Did someone gift out subs? Whoever gifted out subs, thank you for the gift subs. Yeah, always a definite help as well. All right, Hype Train, I believe. Thank you for another sub. Terminatown, yeah, is a sub train happening? That would be absolutely awesome considering, well, YouTube views and YouTube payout is currently down, and I was considering stopping for a little bit. So all painted gold, thank you. Or I think someone gifted subs, so whoever gifted the subs, thank you very much. Back into the game though, Death Knight continuing to fight here. Beastmaster could get surrounded. He gets taken down. Level 5 now on the Farseer. This is a tug of war battle back and forth. Death Knight, only hero alive now for 120. Lich and Beastmaster are both down. Death Knight now trying to retreat back. 3 Crypt Fiends. Lich now back out here onto the battlefield. Could see a Death Coil in just a moment. Needs a little bit more mana. Lich in the backside. However, not afraid of the Torrent Chieftain, as there is not enough mana for a Hex or a Stomp as of yet. Turning things through. All right, the Wolves are really diving in rather quickly as the units are trying to retreat back once more. There it is, goes into the air, going to go ahead and devour magic and continue to fight. Death Knight looking to finish off the Torrent Chieftain another time. Frost Nova not available on that Lich. Where is that Lich? Lich is right there, doesn't have that much mana, as we're going to see more Devour Magic trying to eat up those Shadow Wolves once again. All right, thank you, coming back around. Yeah, I thought Panda, thank you for this. Thank you for the gifting of the subs, as the Lich now continuing to make their way back. Continuing to make their way back. Shadow Wolf now trying to retreat back again, and it's gonna try and land some hits and, well, get finished off there. Some big damage, 50 damage critical strikes onto those Crypt Fiends could easily take them down. Coming down to the bottom left-hand side of the map, Kodo Beast actually eating an Abomination. That may be the last straw there. If 120 cannot get that Abomination back out, that is an 8 supply swing. That's just currently sitting in the belly of that Kodo Beast. All right, Obsidian Statue trying to break free here. Things can go from bad to worse in just a moment. Obsidian Statue going to get taken down, and now Death Knight trying to save and still playing out of his mind, but it still may not be enough. Death Knight looks like it's about to fall. Death Knight going to fall there. That long-lasting Hex, no Devour Magic off of that Hex, and I believe that will be the GG there, as the Death Knight is gone. 120 throws in the towel. FoCuS coming out ahead in what I gotta say is the most lead changes in a WarCraft 3 match that I have seen in only an 18-minute, 19-minute game. Back and forth action right there. Yeah, just a beautiful play. FoCuS initially recognizing what 120 was doing with only the presence of the Death Knight and that early Crypt Fiend. The quick tech to tier 3 by 120. FoCuS trying to punish it, and, well, 120 being able to escape with only 18 hit points on his Death Knight at level 1. Really strong, really great plays. If you guys missed any part of it, definitely check it out on YouTube. Stick around for more WarCraft 3.